In this episode, I ride through a forest along a quite precarious mountain track with its own water crossings, and watch a landslide in progress. I was up early and looked outside. In one direction, the skies were clearing. In the other, fog and rain were moving up the valley. So I scrambled to get my stuff together and get onto the road before it reached me this far up the valley and stopped me from leaving altogether. I was heading for the small town of Killar, as the owner of the place I stayed at said it was a great off-road track to get there. The roads were wet as I climbed my way up the side of the mountain through the hairpin turns, where more stunning mountains came into view. It looked like the river had breached over the end of the bridge and brought a whole bunch of large rocks with it, as it wasn't next to a mountainside to cause a landslide, and the rocks were rounded and smooth like you get in a riverbed. I rode up through a lush section of mountainside with a very alpine feel. And then, to my surprise, saw a chairlift and ski runs. I wasn't expecting a ski field around here. I came upon one of those avalanche road protectors. It seems to have not done the best job with all this rock debris in here. Some fresh rock falls, something to definitely be mindful of as I ride along. Imagine if you were here to see that rock come crashing down the mountain. This tunnel was a little flooded, but luckily the road surface was in good condition. No surprises dropping into a hole or hitting something. I had made it to the Atal tunnel. It runs under the Rotang Pass, which cuts out a very windy climb over the pass. It opened in late 2020 and it's just over 9 kilometres long and extremely straight. So basically the same view the whole way through. That's the mountain I've just travelled under the base of in the tunnel. It was a fun way to start the morning with a bit of climbing, past the ski field, a few washouts there with the road. Now we're into these epic valleys after travelling through that tunnel. 9 k's of, I think it's basically straight, a little kink on the end. Getting colder too, so I'm just going to change into some other gear, take a photo or two and continue onwards. The bike is doing well. This is going to turn into a really long day if I keep stopping this much, but it is stunning. I'm just starting to feel the effects of the altitude with a little shortness of breath. Oh well, let's continue. I pulled over at what seemed to be the last major stop before I turned off this main highway, so it's always best to grab a few more supplies. And just next door was the last fuel station, so again I fueled up. the rule of tonnage. Whoever has more weight has the right of way. They only have narrow sections of flattish land on these hillsides, so they make the most of them by creating terrace to farm on. I stopped at the fruit store to grab something fresh to eat. Just had a quick stop to get some food. I've just pulled over just outside town here, take a layer off because it's warming up again, next to the river. Asked the guy at the fruit store what the road's like next, and his reply was very bad. Sounds very fun. We'll see how we go. The road deteriorated pretty much straight away. Then I rode along an amazing section that had been cut out of the side of the gorge with a 20 to 30 metre drop off to my left. Riding a motorbike on these dirt roads is one thing. I'm not sure I'd want to be driving a truck on them. Just stunning. I rode into a small village, and on the exit of the village was a brand new tarred road. I was hoping this didn't mean it was the end of this awesome dirt track. Luckily not. It seems there was still more to it. It might look quite precarious, but it didn't feel it while riding along it. It's between 2 to 3 metres wide in most places, and as long as you're riding at a sensible speed and slowing right down approaching corners, it's not really different than a normal dirt track. I came to a cascading stream that had basically engulfed the whole track. There was another short section of newly sealed road. Then back onto the dirt, and another stream engulfing the road. I then got to what looked like the main road building plant, with a very strong smell of tar and machines that were sorting out gravel. Then I accidentally seemed to have interrupted the workers playing a game of cricket during the lunch break. They do have one bonus of working here: the views are insane. This section was a lot higher up. It's a long way down to the river. Okay, breathe in and don't look left. It seems there was more action ahead. It looked like an avalanche had just happened. Well, still happening. Not a job I'd want to do. Well, at least there's a waterfall to watch while I wait. I chatted to one of the military guys who said it should only take about 10 more minutes before it's cleared. Then I was off again to see what sort of track the guy in the bulldozer had created from 20 minutes of work. It wasn't too bad at all. Came across some of that talcum powder dirt and lost all traction. Not the thing you want to be happening on this track. Just pulled over to get some water. This road's insane. I got going again. And you know what was around the next corner? Yep. Another stunning gorge with the road cut into the side. I'd finally made it to the town of Killar. I saw the sign as I came in, it said guest house. The old guy was out the front, he looked at me like, do you want a room? And I was like, it's easy. I'm feeling like I'm getting into the groove of this now. My room seems very adequate. See, it wouldn't be an authentic Indian mountain village if it didn't have a splash of colour. It's got, what do we got here? Purple, green and orange. But it does have a stunning view. I'm going to have a quick spin around town and see if I can find a mechanic, because the Allen keys I've got, I don't have enough leverage to get the rubber bits out of those foot pegs. Just kept slipping off at the really inappropriate time. So I don't want that to happen again. No idea why I didn't do it straight away, although it was quite busy in Delhi and I was a bit distracted. But I'll go do that and just have a look around town. The town was filled with people going about their daily lives, in the hardware store or getting groceries. They had a beautiful pine forest in the centre of town. It looked like the road looped back down to where I was staying, so I continued on. I was staying just down there. Well, you're not getting through that. It was an extremely narrow road, just enough to get the bike sideways. So instead of trying to turn the bike around on it, I took the easy option and got off the bike to do my 15-point turn. I made my way back out the way I came. I spotted a mechanic shop, and they did have a longer Allen key to get more leverage on the bolt that held the rubber inserts onto the foot pegs. One out, then the other.
Hey boss, thanks sir.
It seems the rough roads takes a toll. New leaf springs on the truck, and work going on this vehicle's suspension. I stopped at the store to get some water and got chatting with the guys there.
Degree college near Degree College Pange.
I think he was telling me the name of the place, but the guy with the perfect hair, who spoke great English, said there was a pass I should check out a bit further up the road. I rode back to the homestay, where the owner wanted to show me around. It seemed he was building a couple of new floors to take advantage of the views, which were incredible. And he insisted I take a photo of the outside of the whole building. He was very proud. It was a good day. Just had a shower, cold mountain water shower, so extremely cold. I'm not a fan of cold water, but had to deal with it. That's the way it is. That ride, I mean, I was coming to India hoping to maybe do something like that. Doing it as soon as I get into the mountains was pretty special. Just an epic dirt track. If you did want to do it, it looks like they're going to be paving that more and more, so it's probably a good time to do it sooner rather than later. And how just the road and the drop-offs, I don't actually notice about how steep they are. I'm just concentrating on where I'm going, so it doesn't freak me out or anything. But yeah, and the track's not that hard. It's a little technical in places, but not hard technical. As long as you could get through a river crossing, because they're quite rocky, it's definitely worth doing. I am trying to get some food. I think I've communicated that with the guy who runs this little homestay. I have no idea what it is though, so that's going to be a surprise. Tomorrow, they're all talking about, saw the guys up at the little store there, they're all talking about over here, there's Sasha Pass, I'll write it down, and yeah, they said it's worth going, so I think I'll try that. It's a sidetrack detour, we'll say. It probably is going to take me 3 hours to get up and back, and I have no idea what I'm doing after that. We're not going to plan that far ahead. Why would we start now? Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the views. Hopefully whatever they're giving me is not too hot. It's been a really good day. Just a quick update, as I know there'd be a few concerned about dinner. I did survive. What they probably think is no spice, I found quite spicy, but got through it. I think it was dal, rice, and the bread stuff. Oh, and an entree of sliced raw onion. That wasn't my stomach.
Oh my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know.
In the next episode, more treacherous cliff edge roads. I share a water crossing with some cows. I start climbing into the high mountains, and I stay in a rock hut with no power, no running water, at 4,400 metres elevation.
The trees haven't started to shed. Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed.